You're listening to the Bogota Boys, recorded at the No Limit Cafe, downtown Bogota, Tennessee. We hope you enjoy this episode.
The Bogota Boys Youth Banquet is sponsored by Craig Barron Surveying, West Tennessee Crappie Fishing Guide Service, Pine Bluff Materials, Universal Contractors, Nutrient Ag in Wimberg, Jimmy Moppin, Hidden Hooks Ministries, Pete Kaiser Accounting Services, Mud Lake Planning Company, DeKalb, Asgrow, and Delta Pine, Outer Limit Power Sports, Dr. K's Tin Cans, Mallard Landing Duck Club, Kyle Jackson Scouting, Hurt Seed and Halls, K-Rose Farmers Gin, Jove Cotton, Waterfowl Outfitters of West Tennessee, Tyson Foods in New Bern, Cypress Creek Outdoors, Duck River Bird Taxidermy, Farm Credit Mid-America, Ford Construction, Hilliard Farms in Nauvoo, Window Alexander Realty, Choctaw Transportation, Stapleton Tire in Memphis, Roberts Gibson, Tybee Company, Tennessee Realty, KGM Technologies, and our very own Childress Farms.
Hello, listening world. We're back again. It's been a little while since we did the Mother's Day when we think it's come out on YouTube, but it has not come out on Spotify yet.
Not yet.
We still got some technical issues with some of our people. So y'all get on if you see them. We got some special guests today, and we'll tell you more about them after we say what's been going on around here lately. Today is June the 16th. So the year's moving along. And let's introduce our special guest. We actually have, from parts unknown, well, maybe from Knoxville, the cheerleading coach of the mighty Vols cheerleading team, Miss Chelsea. Introduce yourself, please.
Chelsea Bowlin.
Chelsea Bowlin. She was kind enough to do a podcast after she broke down, and we wouldn't let her leave. But we really think what she wants is me and Bubba and RT to try out for the squad. She can see our athletic ability. Bubba went for a backflip and ruined that, so we're out.
I think I got a toe touch in me.
Toe touch? Yeah, the problem is it's somebody else's toe.
Well, I can squat. I can squat down and
then
touch
I can stand up, but we can't do it at the same time. So when you're doing one of them aerial things, you know, when you hold them up, RT had Bubba up on one hand, and then they fell, and she said it's over. We're just going to stay with these other Dyer County boys, Jax Butler and Carter Ross. Now, Miss Chelsea, you tell us about what's going on.
I mean, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, I'm here in Dyer County doing some choreography for the cheer team that they have for this season, so I'm super excited about that. This is actually the first time I've ever done their choreography. The Dyer County boys hold a pretty special place in my heart because in my first year's coaching, I'm going into my 9th season now, but in my, my first and my second year, there were several Dyer County boys that came in there, and they were part of my team, and so I feel like every year I get some more Dyer County boys, and they work hard and they carry a lot of pride for their community, and I just love being able to be in Dyer County for the first time and see where they're all from and what it's about.
Yeah, well, it's kind of inspiring us because eligibility goes with years, not by age, right?
That's right.
And we did have a synchronized swim team at the last T-Haul. And if we could get you back to choreography, that might be pretty good.
I don't know if I'd be too good at that.
Now can't be worse than the one we had, I promise.
Now that we know you hadn't seen any of the Bogota Boys podcast, and we know that because ain't no way you would ever agree to it if you had. Yeah. But tell us, the Dyer County Boys you've had several in the night. There's always been at least one on your team.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have always had one. In all my 9 years, I've always had some.
Yeah, and they're pretty good boys. And, we had 2 in our Christmas parade.
That's right.
Carter and Jared, because Carter's brother's on there too, but he's back at Knoxville working, I think.
Home Depot.
What
New York.
college sports is a lot different than high school
Yeah.
because people are maturing and getting older. What do you think one of the greatest things they take away after they've been on your cheer team? Just discipline or teamwork or just meeting all the people at the – just describe a day in Vols Nation before y'all go to a football game because everybody watches the football game.
Yeah.
Except RT.
I think one of the biggest things that they take away, and these boys right here can kind of talk about, especially Jax, since he's, newly graduated and going to be moving on. But I think one of the things that they take away is their relationships and the friendships that they make along the way. And then as far as, a day in a life of a game day, it's a long day, right? If a game starts at noon, we're there at like 8 a.m. Getting ready for all the things that we do on campus. And I think that a lot of times people don't understand all the things that we do on a game day. And I like to tell them, I'm like, we have to go change lives because, yeah, the football team's great and we all get to watch them on the field, but they're not out there interacting with the normal fan. So that's when we come into play and we're kind of important, and they're getting to experience that, and they're getting to talk to the kids, and they're getting to take pictures, and they're getting to help Smokey around and doing all those things. So I don't think people realize how much work that they truly do put in on a game day.
Well, tell us something about the community stuff y'all do, because I know y'all do everything. Y'all are somewhere, not the same team, but y'all are everywhere.
We are.
Tell that because, to me, I went to a ball game and I just looked at the pretty cheerleaders, or really they looked at me is what I felt like. But
Absolutely.
But tell us about how it's the good work y'all do, because I know you bring joy because you always got to bring cheer, 'cause that's part of it. Tell us some of the things y'all do. I know you go to places that we'll never hear of, but just describe one of the boys, or kind of toot your own horn because you're doing a good deed.
It's crazy sometimes because everybody thinks, they all go out and you do the big things. They see us at football games. They see us competing at nationals. They see us, on the sidelines at games. But what a lot of people miss is the little small events we have to go to. A lot of times, we'll go out in the community. We'll be asked to go judge local cheer teams, their tryouts. We'll be asked just to really show up at Food City events is a big thing for us. So we'll go meet the fans who may not be able to come to football games or anything like that. And the same thing she was saying outside of football when we're at, sorry, I'm finding my words, but the pre-stuff, when we go do Vol Village, you're getting to meet a lot of fans that may not have access to tickets. It's that's the only experience they get is the cheerleaders, the guys, the girls, the dance team, Smokey. And we're always told you never know when it's somebody's first opportunity or last opportunity. So you have to make it special no matter what.
How about you, Jax? You've been there 4 years, 5,
Yes, sir.
6?
4 years.
Bubba spent that long in the first grade. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I right on with what Carter said. I mean, coming from a community like this, I thought it was. I never got to experience nothing like that. I grew up a Vols fan and loving to watch them, and so being to go out in the community. Something as even small as going to the schools and just reading to the kids. I know that's been an appearance we've done 1,000 times. And
so people don't see that.
Nobody ever sees the stuff we do like that, and in the hard weeks. You just get to see those kids and their kind of reactions, and some of them, like you said, they never get to go to a football game. So this is the biggest they'll ever get to, the closest they'll ever get. And so it's really awesome and special.
How many different sporting events do y'all cheer at?
We appear. We appear at every single Lady Vol volleyball game. We are at the men's and women's basketball, and then we are at football games. And then we have one-off things that we do. I know that when I cheered, because I'm actually an alumni as well, but I cheered at a rowing event. I know that every single year they do now swimming. So every year we go to a swimming meet that's held, on campus. And gosh, what else do we do?
We showed up. We got the privilege of doing baseball when
Soccer.
we won baseball national
Soccer's
championship
another
2 years
one.
ago, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. What else?
All the things.
You just never really know.
You never know.
It's whatever comes our way.
But it's something every day. Do you get any
always.
time off?
Not really. It's been weird since I graduated because I ain't never had time off before.
Yeah.
You don't have me telling him what to do every
Yeah, I
5
know,
seconds.
it's crazy.
Now get married and you'll have another one coming. You'll be used to it. Well, my son actually cheered at UCF
Yeah.
when he was a freshman, and I know it was different than high school. It was a big atmosphere, and he really enjoyed it. And I can see the happiness it brought to him, and I can see the happiness y'all bring to people. Bubba, what kind of question would you ask him?
I don't know. I would think that people don't realize that a lot of people look at y'all as like the football players. There's people that strive to do what y'all are doing now. It's such a big thing in our community. There's a lot of kids from Dyer County that get scholarships to cheer at different schools. When we were in school, that was not a thing. So I think it's the cheering community has opened up a lot of doors for a lot of kids from our community for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
RT?
go ahead.
I got a couple questions, but they're kind of off from that. I was going to say if y'all could kind of go through maybe like a week in the life of one of y'all during football or basketball season, as far as y'all's going to class and practice and the events.
Yeah, I will say
Man, it sounds like a full-time job.
the fall is a crazy time because like you said, there's class, there's football, basketball starting around the same time, and volleyball is all going kind of at the same time. So during 1 week we could have. We're practicing 3 times a week just for what we do. We have another for our competition squad. Have another 4th practice, and then on top of that, you could have exams, a volleyball game, a basketball game, and then a football game on Friday, all in 1 week. So it's crazy. You kind of learn to just roll with the punches and go with the flow because you never really know what your week's going to look like. You could have it all planned out, and then last second somebody gets hurt, and now you're thrown into a basketball game, and you should be studying for an exam, and you just gotta roll with it. But it's a lot of fun, I will say.
RT, something else?
So I was going to go to Miss Chelsea. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Kind of tell us. This may kind of take a while, but I was going to say go back to how you got into cheer, leading to where you are now. I guess high school or whenever. I guess all the way to how you got the job at Knoxville.
Yeah, I actually started. I grew up doing gymnastics, and I cheered on the side as something for fun because gymnastics it took a lot of my time. And then I decided that I was going to cheer in college because I didn't want to go away to do gymnastics because Tennessee doesn't have a gymnastics team, so that wouldn't have been an option for me. So I had the opportunity to go to Arkansas, and I was going to do gymnastics there. And after we took that drive, I was like, absolutely not. I can't be going there. I'm going to have to stay back at home. And my mom was like, well, Chelsea, I could have drove a Rolls Royce for what I have paid for you to do gymnastics. And I told her, I was like, I promise I'll do something. So I cheered at Tennessee, and I think that's where God really meant for me to be. And I cheered there. And when I graduated, I started helping as a volunteer assistant. And one thing led to another, and then the next thing I knew, I was being asked, to step in to be the head coach. And so 9 years later, here I am. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I feel like that, like I said, I feel like this is where God, put me to be, and I've loved every second of it.
Jax, what got you into cheering?
Well, when I was in middle school, I thought flips were pretty cool, and that kind of started me. But my brother was cheering at the high school, kind of like we talked about, and I watched him go to kind of Tennessee, and he got the opportunity to do it before I did, and I watched how much fun he had with it, and started doing it in high school. I thought it was pretty cool, and growing up a Vols fan, being able to go to games, be on the sideline, that was an opportunity that I could not pass up, and it was a dream, man. Just I wouldn't trade the last 4 years for anything in the world. The opportunities, the experiences I've got. So it's been amazing, and I'm glad to watch Carter finish his last year and all the many others from Dyer County getting to go up there because it's awesome.
Carter, and we know this is your last year, I guess, cheering.
Yeah.
Might not be in school, but maybe cheering. What drove you to do it?
I mean, starting, it was just I'd quit basketball and technically girlfriend at the time, and her mom was the coach, so they kind of got me into it. But I really I fell in love with it. It's really different. Like, you can't really just, like, we're basketball, like one person can kind of carry a team. It's kind of same with football and a lot of other sports, but like cheer, like you very much so depend on. I've always heard, like, you're only as good as your weakest link. And I know you say that in other sports, but, like, it's really true in cheer, just because, like, one person can ruin a routine, but not one person can make a routine. And then just going, I remember, like, obviously the Dyer County, like, train that we've been talking about of going to Knoxville. I remember our coach when Jax was trying out, she's like, we've ever had anybody try out and not make it? And I looked at her, I said, I bet you I'd change that. But, it's really just been, like, just her giving me the opportunity. It's truly did something I wouldn't trade away for anything. It is, the opportunities I've gotten, like, we've never been a big traveling, but, like, I've gotten to go to California. We recently got to go to Philadelphia with basketball. Just the cool and unique. New York? Yeah, we did go to New York. But just the cool and unique opportunities, like, you never know what's going to come knocking at your door. We recently got to do stuff with, like, the banana ball, their cheerleaders.
Yeah.
It's just, you never know what's going to come, because we're such a, like, everybody can, like, relate to cheerleaders almost, and, like, wants cheerleaders for, like, appearances and things. So you never know, like, who's going to come knocking or who you're going to meet. And it's been so cool.
Wow. Dyer County, not changing the subject, but they got you where you are. But Dyer County we said from the start, has had cheerleaders there forever.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you come because you see something, and you probably you said you had a special place in their heart for them. And they seem to do pretty good for you.
They do.
Seem like they're pretty good boys.
They are. They're respectful. They work hard. They're always yes, ma'am. I'm a big yes, ma'am person. So, like, listen and respond. They're like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, I love that. And I think that they, I was actually telling the little team that today. I was like, you guys should take a lot of pride in, like, this program and what you do, because honestly, the cheer program here in Dyer County is not, and if nobody knows, they've won quite a few national titles in their time. So, they have a lot of talented kids. And, like I said, they work hard. They're respectful. And, what more could you ask for?
That's true. Bubba, you got something else?
I'm still just mad I didn't become a cheerleader.
Well, I think there's a chance, Bubba. I was thinking.
One thing you guys haven't talked about is running through the T.
That's
true.
pretty
cool, too.
Tell us, because we can't even walk through the T.
Sure can't.
I'm not sure
There's only a few people that get to run through it.
Yeah.
Football team and the cheerleaders.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it's just, it's hard to explain. You try, so before we run through the tee, we have to do our whole pregame thing, which is a whole performance in itself. So we'll start on one end zone, we'll do our fight song, our motions, our full up, and if you drop, you're not supposed to run. So you're like, whatever you got to do to keep it in there, you're like, I'm running. Like, I don't care if my butt's on the ground, but the girl's in the air, like, I'm running. And it's just, but it is, I mean, it's just like 100,000 people, like, your biggest fans, like, they think you're the coolest person ever, and it's just, and at night it just gets even better.
Yeah, it's unbelievable having 100,000 people cheering you on. Something Carter mentioned, something we do is the two upperclassmen, so your juniors and seniors, run through the front. Mm-hmm. When you're kind of underclassmen, the freshmen, sophomores, they kind of follow the football players out, and kind of at the same time, it's when the other team's running out. 'Cause they got ton of football players. So on the flip side of that, when you're kind of younger, you're running out and 100,000 fans are booing you as you run onto the field. So you kind of see both, but it's amazing. Like, being down there, like, kneeling loud is like something that's very true, because you ain't ever experienced loud when you're trying to talk to somebody that you're kind of face to face with and they can't hear you. So
really?
we have to use, like, hand signals down on the sideline for what we're about to do.
I wondered if y'all could hear.
Oh, absolutely.
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a big game, no.
In big games, can't hear nothing.
My husband makes fun of me because he's a huge baseball fan. He's like, I don't know what those hand signals are you're doing down there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's like, I don't feel like no one else knows either. I was like, yes, they do.
Well, Wally told y'all earlier, I'm a Kentucky fan.
Yeah.
But I cheer for the Vols cheer squad.
There you go.
But I've never been I've been to college football at Vanderbilt, but it wasn't really nothing. But I went with Olivia to the Tennessee and Kentucky game 3 years ago. It was a night game on Halloween,
Oh, man.
and they had the
That's a good
light
one.
show,
That's a good
and
one to go to.
y'all wore Will Levis's head out the whole game. But I mean, that football game to me, I mean, the closest thing I can describe to it is like going to Rupp Arena for a basketball game with Kentucky. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
whole experience as far as the cheer and the lights and the football game. I don't. It's a whole production
Absolutely.
when it comes down to everything.
And
I'm trying to
Why are
give
you
Tennessee a little, you know.
Why are you a Kentucky fan?
He was born up there in Kentucky.
I was bored about 5 minutes across the line.
5 minutes.
That's where the doctor was that day. He was on rotation between Union City and Fulton. And when they went to have me, he was across the line that day. So, but no, my dad was a Kentucky fan, and so I just always,
Basketball, pretty much.
Yeah.
basketball mainly.
Okay.
So I just followed in his steps. Now my sister, I have 2 brothers and a baby sister, and she's the only one in the family that's a Vols fan, and we kind of knock her for that. But she goes to ball games and she's all about it. But
So they eventually got it
Fans
right.
are serious.
Hey, they're crazy, man.
Well, Miss
well,
Chelsea,
I know that.
what would you like to ask us? Because this is a different world than you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us. It's completely different.
I mean, what all do we do? Like, what do we do in our spare time? I see you guys have a farm, right?
We do for 'em.
Listen, we recently bought a house in 6.5 acres, and it came with some chickens, and I'm quite the chicken lady nowadays.
Oh, another chicken lady.
Yep, chicken lady.
Well, eggs are so high right now, you got to get some chickens.
Yep, and I also decided I was gonna have a garden, which I do. I have grown some zucchini and some squash, and my cucumbers have yet to come out, but I'm getting there.
Oh, that's good.
So, you know,
But you said your husband's a duck hunter.
he is.
And when he sees you on here, he'll probably just have a new thought like, wow, she's awesome.
You know, maybe.
No, it don't
I
happen.
think he might, honestly, with this setup in the background. He'll think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely live a different life than you are in.
Yeah, for sure.
Lot slower pace.
Yeah, a lot easier.
But what do you farm? Like, what all's on the farm?
We grow cotton, corn, soybeans, rice some years, wheat some years. We just do a lot of it. It's always different around here. Things change. Nothing's ever the same.
Never.
You can't plan for nothing because something's going to always get in the way. Like tonight with the podcast, something come up and we had to take care of. But it's just it's a good job that you're outdoors. You don't have to deal with many people. And it's really a peaceful life. Yep, I've been doing it for like 40-something years. You can't cheer when you're my age, but you can still work a little bit.
That you can.
Well, do y'all have anything else to ask?
Well, I was going to ask Jack, what's your plans now after school?
That it's still kind of ever changing. You know, you never quite know what you're gonna do. But I'm kind of planning on getting into coaching. You know, cheers kind of given me a lot in life, and I'm very thankful for all the people that turned me down the path I got to go. Just to be able to kind of give that back. I've been lucky enough while I was down at Knoxville to kind of coach some like stunting lessons and teach some girls how to fly and do different things like that. And the joy that I got from that and being able to see them kind of reach their goals and reach their dreams was a feeling like no other. So just to be able to kind of chase that and give back in the way that I was given to is something I'm trying to kind of do after this. I'm ever chasing. Chelsea's trying to help me every once in a while, but I struggle a lot. She's found out. It's a different world for me.
Well, you know, Jax, Bubba would like to fly.
Can sign him up for a
Yeah,
lesson.
we can get something rolling, Bubba.
Yeah.
I might have to
Probably me.
Well,
Yeah.
you're not going to believe this, but you're going to be the first recipient of a gift from the Bogota Boys because we just remembered we had a gift that we're supposed to give some of our people. Bring it up here. Oh, come on. It ain't going to hurt nothing. You get the first gifted Bogota Boys bag.
Come on, man.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, see?
I like this.
Yeah.
My husband will steal it.
Well, that's fine. But see, there's another Christmas gift you can give him he won't know about.
No, I'm taking you up on the Christmas gift. You're gonna take him hunting, get him away when it's during Nationals time.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's
December.
in January.
Well-
December, January.
Yeah, well,
Either
December.
one.
Is that still the season?
Yeah. It goes December through
keep up.
January.
Yeah.
But it's different times in other states, right?
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it's earlier, further
I'm like,
north.
I feel
you
like
go.
in November's when Drew always goes to South Dakota.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not open here then. Well, we'd like to thank you for being on our podcast, and
Thanks
thank y'all
for having
boys,
me.
and thank y'all coming over here, and thanks for all you do. Bogota, Bubba, you got anything to say?
No, we appreciate y'all coming. It's really interesting to hear y'all's side of it. Like I said, it's like I said, we see a lot of kids go to school, and it's kind of cool to hear. I can't imagine the atmosphere being on the sidelines. That'd be crazy, absolutely crazy.
Hey, who's some of the biggest celebrities y'all have met?
For me,
The Bogota Boys.
Bogota Boys. Bogota Boys is up there for sure. I've kind of bumped into Thomas Rhett on the sidelines before. Peyton Manning's been to a bunch of games. Alvin Kamara's another one. A bunch of former athletes.
Jelly Roll does
Jelly Roll's
push-ups
been
with
down
you.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jelly Roll's
Jelly
been
Roll's
down
the
there.
best.
Who else?
Let me
Who've you
see.
met?
I met
Kelsey Ballerina
Jelly,
was there.
Jelly Roll.
Megan
Peyton.
Maroney was another one.
Who else? Al Wilson, if you know who Al Wilson is. Trying to think about who else. I feel like I've met a lot.
Y'all not met Kenny Chesney? Wasn't he a Tennessee
is.
boy?
I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, been there.
He's evaded me.
He's hiding.
I was within distance of Dolly Parton. She,
Really?
would,
Yeah, we
she wouldn't
were.
let me get too close.
Dolly?
Yeah, Dolly. I know, right?
Oh, man.
We were real close.
We were.
So normally we'll do a timeout during the game, and it's normally between the first and second quarter.
That's right.
Well, it was Georgia.
It was Georgia a couple
my
years
freshman
ago.
year.
Yeah.
And Dolly came out and sang Rocky Top with everybody, and Peyton escorted her out, and we were on the sidelines, and it was such a neat experience. But as she's coming off, the first time out of the second quarter ended up being ours. As her, Peyton are walking by me and Jax. Me and Jax are freaking, we're about to meet Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
We're about to meet her. And then they're like, all right, you got to go do your timeout. And we're like, please no. Like, just please let us stay
man.
over. They're like, no, you got to go. And I'm like, you owe me.
I
You owe
told,
me
I
big
told the
time.
coaches I got to get out of jail free card that game. I just got to sit and watch the game. I got to do whatever I wanted because they missed my opportunity, messed it up.
Mess.
All right, RT, you got any words of wisdom for us? For the young athletes, like
Just in general, or like at
Just
Dyer
in
County?
general.
I think just keep working hard, and if cheerleading obviously in college is something you want to do, just keep chasing after it, and obviously do your research and visit. I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but the more you can visit and the more you can get to know just a culture of a school, I'm big on that. I'm like, it's not every day that you get to pick the family that you're going to have for the next 4 years. So go and check it out and see what the school has to offer and see what the culture is, and how does the coach operate, how are your teammates going to be, because I think that everybody has a very unique culture, and ours is very family oriented, and we work hard, and you're getting to pick your family for the next 4 years. So make sure that you pick the right one, because I think that it truly does matter who you surround yourself with in life.
it does. Some of us can't pick our family, though.
No, you can't pick your family. You can't pick your
I'm
family at home.
trying. They work.
It goes both ways. Both ways.
I'm open for
RT's my
adoption.
son-in-law, by the way.
I'm trying to be his nephew, but it
Yeah.
ain't working.
RT, you gonna give us some great quote again? I'm sure you've had plenty of time to work on one.
Yeah, I got one over here. I was going to say before we send it off, if y'all got anybody you want to shout out, you better do it now.
They might hear this and they might not.
Yeah.
Who we shouting out?
Whoever you want.
I shout out Carly, my girlfriend, and I'll shout out Camp Store Sarah.
Come on,
Camp
Camp
is my girl.
Store.
Good one.
I'll shout out my husband just because he's gonna think this is real cool, and then my son Striker.
Oh, cool.
Shout out my family, mom, dad, brother, sister. Yeah. Them. Shout out them.
Thank y'all to have it. Thank
Yeah,
y'all
thank
for
you.
finally
Yes,
having
thank
us
you
on.
for having us.
Thank y'all for doing it. We were late and I didn't want to impose on y'all, and y'all were still sitting around talking and smiling, so we appreciate y'all doing it.
All right, I got a little. I just got one verse I was going to read, and that's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. So,
Amen.
Just something quick here for people to have on their minds this week or whenever this podcast makes it out.
Hey,
Real quick, tomorrow is my anniversary, so I want to shout that out.
how long?
3 years,
3 years.
I think.
Seems like
We
a
had this
lifetime.
discussion the other night. It seems
like
like,
a
forever,
lifetime.
yeah.
Well, I want to shout mine out too, just in case I forget it whenever it is.
Yeah.
But
Go on, put it out.
I can't.
we hadn't
I actually forgot mine this week.
we hadn't done an episode since Bubba got baptized,
Yeah. I did
and
get
that was a fun. I wouldn't say fun, but I got to help baptize him, and I've done a lot of things in life, and I think that was one of the most fulfilling at my age that I've done. And I mean, I've seen a lot of things and done, but that just, every time I think about it, it's kind of like looking at the grandbaby and my family. It just makes me warm inside. So thank you, Bubba, for taking care of yourself and
Well, I was
starting your pathway to heaven.
Yeah, I should have done it years ago, but being around y'all and RT included, and you and Tony, it really, I don't know, it pushed me towards it. It really did. So
Being around
Don't
us.
cry.
I will. I was worried about him and Tony drowning me because all they do is argue, and I figured they was gonna argue when I was under the water and forget about me. But after we got over that, it was pretty good. I'm kind of float resistant anyway. I'm gonna come up.
So let
I
me
was
ask you. Let me ask you, Bubba. Do you think being around us is bringing you quicker there? You seen the light, and the light was getting dim.
To God or to death?
Either they're both at the same place.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it's being around people that are Christians really is an inspiring thing.
It does make your life a lot easier. And with that, I'll close us out with a word of prayer. Everybody bow. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together again to do another podcast and probably try to inspire somebody to get goodness in their life and be strong. And you can be happy and do the right thing. We always need to remember that. Lord, let us be Christ-like in everything we do. Try to walk in the way of Christ, but everybody sins and everybody can be forgiven. Always remember, you've got to be able to forgive yourself because others will. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank
Well, this
y'all.
has been the Bogota Boys. Until we meet again.